everything right, it was you and me.
Hello everyone, my name is Nayeema and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new, and today we are going over the books that I brought to college / what is on my fall TBR. If you didn't notice, different background, I am back at school in my crusty college apartment, so right now I'm kind of liking this environment. Probably when I edit it I'm gonna be like, ew, don't ever sit here again, but let me know what you guys think about this setting. I'm just in my living room today. I'm still trying to figure it all out. I'm like a senior here and this is my second year at this apartment and I still don't know where like to film. So yeah, please give me feedback if you like it, if you don't like it, if it's too distracting, let me know it all. Basically, because I'm a reader and I love to read, I brought books with me to school. I always have. I think every year that I've been away at college I have filmed like books that I brought to me with college video. I didn't go as crazy as I typically do. Usually I bring like a lot more books, but I am kind of being intentional this year and bringing books that are kind of like on my immediate TBR, so that when I go home for winter break I can swap them out and then have kind of like a spring TBR. So these are the setting stones of books that I really want to read in fall. Obviously I have Kindle Unlimited, obviously I have audiobooks, so these won't be the only books that I read, but these are the physical ones that I brought. So without further ado, let's just get right into my fall TBR / books that I brought with me to college. I have been wanting to read the series by Ana Huang for the longest time, and that is the King of Wrath series, or what is it, the Kings of Sin series. So I own we're incredibly washed out right now, but it's fine. We have the Kings of Wrath, which is the first book. I did start reading this. I have a couple of tabs in here. I'm pretty far through it actually. I just haven't like updated in the book because I read it both on my phone and physically. And I'm really enjoying this one so far. This one is like an arranged marriage with a jewelry heiress, and then also King of Pride, which I have no idea what it's about. Yep, it's about his friend and maybe one of her friends, I believe. And I'm enjoying this book so far. This one is like classic arranged marriage. It's so much fun. And this one I actually have no idea what it's about, and that's how I like it. And you're gonna be finding that's the case with a lot of the books that I brought. I never know what anything's about. I just like a cover and I read it. So yeah, these two books are on my TBR, and yeah, I would love to read them this fall. The next book that I would like to read this fall / is on my TBR is Reckless by Elsie Silver. I actually started reading this when it first came out, and I was listening to it Alexa text-to-speech audio, and I was like, I am not loving this, probably because I was listening to it. And so I brought this because I really want to read it physically. I love Elsie Silver, and so I just need to read it with my eyeballs and really enjoy it and take it in, because I feel like if I listen to it I just won't enjoy it. So this one I believe is like, it's like a one-night stand to lovers. She ends up getting pregnant and then he doesn't know about it, but when he finds out, he is the best dad in the world. Treat our heroine summer or winter like a goddess. And I'm just really excited because people say this is their favorite Elsie Silver book so far. So far nothing has topped Heartless for me, so I really have high hopes for Reckless. The next book that I brought was Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin. I have never known what this book is about. All I know about this is that it's pirate. That's all I know, but I've been wanting to read this for years, since it came out. I think it came out in like 2020 potentially. Oh, I forgot that she signed it, but yeah, 2020. I still have no idea what this book is about. All I know is that I've been dying to read it and I need to, and for some reason it just feels like fall would be a good time for this. Kind of giving low-key spooky vibes just based on the cover alone, and I just really want something to get me excited for fall, get me hooked. And yeah, so I brought Sea of Ruin, and one day I'm gonna know what it's about, or maybe I won't and I'll just hop into it blind, because at this point it needs to be read. It's been 3 years. The next book that I brought was actually a book that I have already read, and that is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Iron Flame, the second book in the series, comes out in November, I believe, and so I really want to do a reread. I just love this book. I really want to do a reread before it comes out, and I just love this book, so I had to bring it with me. Like, I couldn't even imagine not having this in my possession wherever I am at all times, so it had to be brought. I am obsessed with this book, and maybe I like basic fantasy, but it was amazing. And if you don't agree, that's okay. It's okay. The next book that I brought was a big boy, and honestly, if I want to like end up reading this before I go back home in the winter, I need to start now, because I think this one's gonna take me a really long time, and that is Ominous. I still don't know how to say it. Ominous. Yeah, Ominous. I don't know why I say Ominous. Ominous by KV Rose. This is book number 1 in this series in this world from her. This follows one of the heroes from Ecstasy. Ecstasy by KB Rose is one of my favorite books ever, and so that was kind of a little bit of a love triangle. And so the guy who she doesn't end up picking or doesn't end up winning the girl, he gets his own like little series, and oh, boy am I excited to read this. I feel like this will just give the best fall spooky ooky vibes, and I feel like I'm gonna love it, hopefully, fingers crossed. I've also had this for so long since it came out. One of my subscribers gave it to me, and it came out in 2021. Like, it's time for me to read it. I own both book 1 and book 2, and they're chunky, so I just need to get into it. I know that I'm gonna love it once I do, so hopefully now is the time that I can take my time, read a few chapters every morning, and get through this book because it is so big. The next book that I brought is a book that I have already read, but you know, I like to reread now. I'm a rereader now, guys. Like, if you watch my most recent like wrap up, I've been rereading, and who am I? So I brought Break Me by Megan Brandy, and this is the 5th and final book in her Boys of Brayshaw High series. This one's my favorite book in the series, and so I saw her at Book Bonanza, and I was like, honestly, I just need to own this. I need to own the entire series, and this one is my favorite. This is kind of like I have no idea how to even explain this. Like, he brings this girl to his school for a reason. You have to read the series, and she ends up being like super popular, and everybody loves her, and he gets very jealous and possessive. It's a little bit like they're all like, they kind of run the town. I don't know how to explain it if you have not read the series, but just know that this one's my favorite, and I would love to reread it. That's why I brought it. The next book that I brought might not fit the whole fall TBR, fall back to school vibes, but I did want to bring this because I read the first book and I absolutely loved it. So I brought Things We Hide from the Light. I recently bought this at Costco for super cheap. I think it was like $10. And I wanted to read it because I love Things We Never Got Over. I buddy read it with my 2 friends, Reagan and Em. We enjoyed our time with it so much that I just know that I'm gonna love this. This is like maybe like good guy, bad girl, which is fun, and I don't read much of, so yeah, I had to bring this. And this is another chunky book. I don't know who I thought I was. Like, I'm in school, I'm in class, and I brought like the biggest books, hoping that they get read. Don't be surprised if they don't. Then I brought an entire series. This is the Devil You Know series by, or is that even what it's called? The Devil series by Elizabeth O'Rourke. I met her at Book Bonanza. She was so sweet, and I heard amazing things about the series, so I had to bring it. I did start reading A Deal with the Devil. I did not get very far at all. I think I'm like literally only on like chapter 2 or so. But I just saw that the audiobook was added to Hoopla, so I will definitely be listening to the audiobook while reading this. And this one is like a workplace romance. He's her boss, and he is literally the devil. Like, he is so mean and grumpy, and I just love a little workplace dynamic. Like, that is so fun. And then the other books in the series, I don't know the order of, but I think it goes, like, I genuinely don't know. The Devil in the Deep Blue Sea. This one's very cute. It would have been fun to read this in the summer, but you know how life gets. And then I think it's The Devil Gets His Due. I'm guessing this is like a little pregnancy romance, accidental, possibly. I don't know. And then the 4th one is The Devil You Know, and I just love this. I know these two are gonna be like workplace rivals. She looks so badass. It's gonna be fun for sure. And the last book, or I was sent another book. I didn't originally bring this, and I do plan on reading it, but the last book that I like chose to bring was Fold by Ashley Jade. My friend Reagan loves this series, and I bought them at Book Bonanza, and I was like, I need to start reading my physical books. So just notice what Ashley signed. I don't understand what that says. Anyways, do I know what this is about? No. I just know that my friend loves it, and I trust her. And I shouldn't, because I have better taste. But anyways, I am excited to read this. The cover looks gorgeous. This is a part of a whole series. I do own the other books, but I was like, okay, if I really like this, then I'll go home and get the other ones. But yeah, I brought Fold. And then Valentine PR sent me Mansplained by Vanessa Vale. This one, do I know what this one in particular is about? No, but I love the series. I read the first 2 books. Or no, I read the 2nd and 3rd book, and I loved it so much. I need to go back and read the first one and this one. But this takes place in a small town in Montana, and the vibes are so fun. Each book follows like a different brother. These brothers are like billionaires. One of them's like a famous hockey player, one of them is like a doctor, and one of them does something, and they're just filthy rich, and they go to this small town and they find love, and it's so fun. The covers are absolutely gorgeous, and I loved the first books that I read from the series. So yeah, so those are the books that I brought to college slash that are on my physical TBR or on my fall TBR. I'm hoping I read all of these this fall semester so I could swap them out, and it will be so satisfying to have read all these books off my physical TBR. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a big like and a comment down below, and also subscribe so you never miss another upload from me. And I will see you very shortly in a new video. Bye.
If I got one thing right, it was you and me.